Hey everyone, this is the ASCA League channel, and here we are for the Pennzoil Pro Series, Race 13 at Darlington International Raceway. We are here for Throwback Weekend. Throwback paint schemes, throwback themes, throwback songs. Everything here is a blast from the past, whether it be the NASCAR Racing Series or the ASCA League. Here are the point standings coming in this week. As you see the drivers lining down, we still have a really big points battle on our hands. Jay Darrell, Jay Barker at the top, but the cutoff line from 20th on down, everyone trying to make it into a secured spot and trying to secure the way into the chase for the Pennzoil Pro Cup. Anyways, this weekend has been shrouded by a lot of doubt. Who will make it out unscathed and who will come home with a black right side of the car? Here's the starting lineup. Row 1, Jack Newman and Kyle Collins on the front row. Row 2, Kyle Singer, and another good start by the Canadian Arsha Sane. Row 3, Cody Russell and Brian Lenning from Tanker Motorsports. Row 4, Addison Steinbeck looking for another good weekend after having a glorious weekend last week at Watkins Glen, and Cody Russell on his outside. Row 5, Allison Davidson, good starting spot for her, and Webster Zygaard. Row 6, Daniel Maxwell and Cesar Chavez. Row 7, Sam Rogers and Matthew Brown, another two good starting spots for them. Row 8, Michael Jones and Nick Purcell's. Nick not knowing where he's going next year as Old Spice Racing has not announced his return yet. Row 9, Eric Willis, who will not be returning that ride, and Jose Viquez. Row 10, Brian Boone and Nikita Rizkov, both in Dodges. Row 11, two Hoffman Motorsports entries, Cole Baker and Blaine Keys. Row 12, Rick Witt and Ryan Kendall in the Tanker Motorsports Chevrolet. Row 13, Eric Lukes has been on a climb through the points recently, and Daniel Voiles looking to hang on to his position in the top 20. Row 14, starting way in the back, Jay Darrell, your points leader, and Nicholas Samudio. Starting in row 15, John Gilbert and Ryan Dunn. Row 16, Brock McMahon, and starting way in the back as well, Jay Barker, so both Jays in the back. Row 17, a pair of SFR Racing teammates, Zach Cars and Zach Kamoski. Row 18, Tyler Selspin and Joseph Strigley, two Toyotas. Row 19, Haley Wish making another start in the Davidson Motorsports / Vincent Motorsports Dodge, and Jeremy Jones. Row 20, Tony Green and Cody Smart. And row 21, Stuart Gratton and John Cinedino. Here are the people that did not qualify for the race and will miss out on Throwback Weekend. Anyways, the cars are ready to get set. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Here we go. Green flag racing at Darlington. Out of turn 2, a great start for the number 7 car of Jack Newman as he rockets out to the front. However, he has Big Motorsports teammates Kyle Singer and Cody Russell right behind. Remember, Big Motorsports trying to secure the 4-in-a-row win streak, and that'll be the biggest by any team in the series so far. Obviously, if they can get it done with Kyle Singer, it'd be good, but if they can get it done with Cody Russell, all 4 of their cars will participate in that 4-win streak. You see Nick Purcell, he started towards the front, but you see he's fallen back. He's going to hit the wall again. The Lady in Black, famously known as it because of the black stripes that are normally on the wall at the end of the race, and Nick Purcell's giving it one right away. That was almost down the entire turns 3 and 4, so Nick probably just painted it for what seems like the rest of the day. And it looks like the 7 car of Jack Newman was in the wall. And that's true, as the 11 car of Kyle Singer now will be up front. You saw the throwback graphic of Kyle Singer. That was from Season 2 when he ran the 37. However, this year he is running the Big Motorsports 11, which can be considered a throwback to his Season 1 11 ride at Minnesota Motorsports. Cody Russell was also his teammate back then. Here's Addison Steinbeck in the Dr. Pepper Toyota. The 23 car has had mixed results. The beginning of the season started out fairly well, but when the road courses came, just like a lot of other drivers, Addison fell off and was not able to rebound until a few weeks ago. So Addison looking to climb his way back up through the points and get into contention again. That was the one car you saw coming down pit road, an unscheduled pit stop. Not sure what the cause, but the one will surrender a mid-pack run to come down pit road. Daniel Maxwell in the 4 car is going to have started well up front and currently is still running there. The 4 team is one of those teams on the bubble looking to keep their spot inside the top 20. He's currently 19th, so a bad run today could throw him out, which is not what he wants to see, even this early in the chase. Matthew Brown is another driver who needs to make the chase. After last week at Watkins Glen, he got thrown out of it. Now he's 23rd in points, looking to have a good race to put him back in. Jack Newman, your pole sitter, has not been doing good since the start of this race, that's for sure. That 7 car has pretty much fallen outside the top 15 at this point. He is still falling. You see he's almost holding up this entire line of cars from Brock McMahon on back, including I see his teammate back there, Aaron Lukes. But Jack Newman, he was very, very confident about his abilities at this track, and we thought he would be doing a lot better than he is right now, but he got in the wall off of turn 4 in the first few laps, and it looks like it's affected his handling. How about Nick Purcell's, though? If anyone's handling has been affected, it's him. He is in 41st position right now, which is last, aside from Joseph Strigley, who, you know, had the pit road mishap. And it looks like we have a caution out on the track, and the guys are going to race it back across the line. And there's a smoker on the back. Oh, it's Joseph Strigley and a teammate, Cesar Chavez. We're going to look at, ooh, it looks like the 78 is going to be, I think he loses a motor. I'm not sure where the 03, there goes the 03 by, but the one's way behind this. We're going to look on board Daniel Voiles. I believe he gets a piece of the initial accident. And I believe he barely clipped the side, but Voiles with a very close call right there. He's going to skirt on by. And this is going to happen after the wreck. I couldn't quite see the cause of that. But the 1 car is going to come to your view, and he's going to smash right into the back of the 03 car. That was interesting, to say the least. And it looks like the 00, he's going to try to get back on that track, and he's going to get into the 44. He's going to take the 03 with him. But what I don't understand is the 03 is just standing on the track, and Joseph Strigley is going to drive right into the back of him. Maybe he didn't see him. Oh, there's no way. I mean, the sun, sure, but they're going to have to deal with that the entire race. That's unexcusable right there. Strigley just destroyed his car and a driver that was trying to race for the chase. Cesar Chavez, 21st in points coming into this race. He is probably not going to be happy about that. However, after the green flag flies here, we actually had some pit stops, and 3 cars decided to stay out. Those are the 3 cars at the front of the field that you see now. John Gilbert, Jose Vaquez, and Jeremy Jones. Looks like race control is calling the 1 to the hauler. Not very much a surprise there. And it looks like the front 3 are going to play the pit strategy game and take their cars down pit road. We got another caution on the track. So, man, if only if they kept their cars out there for 1 more lap. But they will stay on the lead lap, fortunately. Here's Eric Willis sitting on the banking. Let's see what happened here. It almost looks like a stack up, and I believe you can relate that to the front of the pack going down pit road. It just involved a stack up. Daniel Voiles is involved in an accident with Nicholas Smudia as well. Pit road problems are going to strike Cody Russell as he is going to have a tire malfunction. The tire won't go on the rim, and they're going to lose a significant amount of time on pit road. This will surrender the lead to Allison Davidson. Allison started in the 9th position, but she has made her way to the top spot. This 26 car you see behind is a lap down. But how about Daniel Maxwell also running in 2nd? But Arj Hossain, we've been talking about Hossain. We saw he had a good run last week at Watkins Glen. That's what he needs, because he is way far outside the chase bubble, and he needs to have very consistent, very high finishing runs if he wants to make the chase. You see Nikita Rizkov, I believe that's 5th. Yeah, Aaron Lukes is 4th. He'll only extend his lead over the next highest driver without a win. Nikita Rizkov will make it around the 5. I mean, Nikita has had pretty much a stellar season so far as it comes, except for the fact he's had horrible luck. He's been a top 15 car in almost every single race. It's just been the fact that he's had engine difficulties, been wrecked out by other people. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a vibe from Jack Corkins, a little bit. Maybe the Jack Corkins of the Pennzoil Pro Series, if you look at it that way. But the 16 car has had a few good runs since the mid-season, and he's been climbing his way through the points and is currently in the chase. However, there's another driver that wants to put him out of the chase so he can make his way in. Matthew Brown, so you see pushing him out of the way. Michael Jones is also going to come on through in the 47 car. Jones sitting 15th, so he is by no means in a safe situation either. He needs some good finishes. You also saw Brock McMahon in the mix. He's not eligible for the chase at this point. You see the caution flag is out on the track. And another accident, I believe. Yes, and this is going to be off turn 2. John Cittadino. There was some sparks ahead of the group. I believe that was Nikita Rizkov getting in the wall. And there's going to be a huge accident coming down the backstretch. Ooh, boy, and that is going to take, that's at least 12 cars, and some guy just smashed into the field there. That might have been Tony Green. But John Cittadino looks like he'll be done from the race. This is Derek Petrie driving a throwback to his first season scheme. You see, he's going to just get taken out by Cittadino, an innocent bystander, really. Nicholas Smuda is going to run in here, but yeah, that's Tony Green right there. And that's not the first time today we're going to see a bit of mind fade as the 44 is going to slam into a bunch of stopped cars. They'll take out Ryan Kendall in the process. Here's a little bit behind. Cody Russell is actually going to trigger a next accident. He's going to get into the 96 car. And this is basically what's caused that big pileup. And I don't think Ryan Kendall was too pleased with that, but both those drivers will go on okay. Green flag is back out again with the 17 and 4, 1 and 2. But how about the third place car, the 21? What's so special about that is DW Motorsports has 2 and 3. Both their cars are second and third, so that is a great run for that team who is looking to make their first chase appearance. The 17 car, though, continues to be out front as we are halfway through the race. You will see your running order down the right side of the screen with Allison on top. However, I wouldn't look too far back because the 43 is right here. The 43, special moment this week for the 43 of Jay Durrell, just got married and was in Australia, was able to make it back to the United States though for this race, and definitely would be memorable if he can take it out with a win here at Darlington in the Bob Jane Throwback scheme. The owner, Zachary Fitzwater, very proud of it. I'm sure it'd be a good, memorable thing to happen. But you see, we have a caution. Looks like a Stuart Gradden's going to get turned in the wall. Daniel Maxwell's going to be involved. Cody Smart, Blaine Keys, Eric Willis. Ooh, Blaine Keys obviously not impressed with the 26 car. I don't believe if he had anything to do with the accident, though. However, everyone will keep going after that accident. Green flag is back out in the air, as this time the 21 will be in the lead. But Jay Durrell is going to get pushed up the track by Zach Cars. Here comes the 98 car. Pretty much out of nowhere. He hasn't seen the front all race long. And we are just past halfway. But these guys are racing like it's the final 10 laps. The 21 car of Matthew Brown continuing to try to fight the 26 car and get the top spot in the fresh air. I believe he will get it coming down the back. Jay Durrell is going to pull up to the back of the 21 car. There goes Durrell in the 43 car as he'll go by, and I believe Matthew Brown may have just slightly scraped the wall coming off of turn 2. But Zach Cars will follow him through. Brock McMahon also up in the mix. Allison Davidson and Michael Jones following behind. That is your top 6. But the 98 car is not letting that 43 car get far away. Looks like McMahon is making a move on the 21 car. He'll take the spot. But Durrell, a little bit up the track, opens the door for the 98. Here comes Zach Cars. He'll not have a move at the moment, but he will make it. And you see, he drove it in there, and it looks like Durrell just let him have it pretty much. Interesting call there, as track position is one of the key points at this race. But Zach Cars will take the lead. Hasn't won since last year at New Hampshire, so it'd be a very good win to see him get back to victory lane. McMahon, though, will fill into the second position until the 47 comes on through. Michael Jones seeing an uncanny sense of speed at that team. Usually considered an average sort of team, just mid-packers. He has gotten the reputation, though, of being able to finish races. Jones in 15th in points, though, needs a good run, and he is looking underneath the 98 car. He may just get that good run. Looked like Cars backed out of the gas there to avoid from hitting the wall, and now let Jones on by, though. And I hear that sounds like someone just pulled off the track, and it was. We have green flag pit stops for the first time today. Zach Cars will come down pit road, taking about the entire field with them. I believe a few cars came by, but I believe those are lap cars. And a caution's on the track. Oh boy, this changes everything. And this comes during a round of green flag pit stops. They're showing Michael Jones as the leader, but Aaron Lukes, who's shown second, is actually in front of him. Oh boy, we're going to have to see what happens here. And this is the cause for the caution. Kyle Collins, ooh, going to run into the back of Kyle Singer. And that's actually going to be a tough call, because if you remember the Cockpit Amateur Series race just a few days ago, something similar like this happened. We saw the cause or the accident get fined 20 points. Ooh, this is... And that was Kyle Collins, who's trying to keep a chase spot. We're going to look on board the 83 car, see what he sees. The 11 car is going to come up. And excuse me, the 11 car would be the person at fault, but I didn't see anything wrong there. It looked like Kyle Collins pretty much just drove into him. The 11 car is already on the track compared to Patrick Curtis in the Cockpit Amateur Series merged up. I don't believe any penalties will be handed out. And so far, the ASCA officials agree. Aaron Lukes in the 5, though, has the lead. The 47's in second. And the 17 of Allison Davidson is in third. However, they are the only cars on the lead lap, and they're at the tail end of the field. And this is the battle for fourth. Zach Cars leads him to the green, and everyone behind him is hoping for a caution to get everything just settled back out again. We still have 30 laps left, so definitely plenty of time to see that happen. The 21 and the 9 car, they actually got caught a lap down during the during the pit stops, and if they're just hoping to stay in front of the 98 so they can remain in the free pass position. The 08 car, he is actually still on the lead lap, and by lead lap I mean in front of the leaders. But you see the 5 and the 17, they are lapping cars left and right. Aaron Lukes trying to get that first win of the year, desperately wanting it. But how about Allison Davidson? We can't rule out this 17 car. Red Viper Racing Equipment, Allison was pretty much told that she won't be having a ride next season. Very similar to how Nikita was told. Allison looking to show her strength, though, and show that she is material that Red Viper Racing wants to keep on their team. And if she can get a win here, that will be incredible to see. Cody Smart in the 52 car. You wouldn't believe this, but this damaged hunk of junk is running 14th right now. I'm not sure how they did it, but the Vincent Racing crew must have some pretty good bodywork engineers, as they managed to get that car pretty aerodynamic. I'm still losing time and positions, but it's amazing that they got this car to continue run and at a fairly good pace, as they kept him on the lead lap. John Gilbert, you see making his way on the inside. That is battle for 14. You see the 17 car. Oh no, that's John Gilbert on the inside. And I was just talking about John Gilbert. I was going to also say, yeah, he had a very good run going, but it looks like it's going to end up at smoke, and definitely not what Gilbert wanted to see. That is a shame. Gilbert reported to be being replaced by Jack Porkins for Season 4, and Gilbert wanting to show what he has to hope to have a good ride next season. Obviously, he won't get to do it this race. McMahon has made his way up to 4th position. He would be the leader. He is the leader of the pack. However, obviously, we have those 3 cars at the back of the group, which, in part, Allison is leading. And that's incredible. Oh, we have a spinner down the back. And that is Daniel Maxwell. He is smoking. I'm not sure if he made contact with the wall, but the officials are not throwing the caution. If they threw the caution now, though, I believe we'd under caution. You see, it looks like Maxwell's also going to lose a motor. And Zach Komoski's going to get involved. And Haley Wish is going to take a huge impact, and that will actually drop Haley out of the race. Final lap that was in the air, and look who is leading. Aaron Lukes that's a pretty big gap. I believe Allison Davidson has this race won. Allison qualified 9th. Everyone thought that was a good result by her, and applauding her good qualifying effort. Usually considered a road racer, but today she's showing she's good at Darlington, apparently. Led a lot of the laps today, but I don't think any of us expected a win. However, it's going to happen. Allison Davidson's going to take the win. The first female driver to win in Season 3. Congratulations to the 17 crew. And Red Viper Racing has to be scratching their heads, because they literally just replaced this driver with another one for Season 4 on the roster. Might want to do some checking up on that, though, because Allison Davidson's showing she is worth it. And wow, Allison Davidson, a victor in the Pennzoil Pro Series as a rookie. Aaron Lukes will finish 2nd. Michael Jones. Rick Witt will come home with impressive 4th. Jay Durrell will finish 8th in that 43 car. We see 15th through 28th. You see, we already start to see people who are out of the race. A header for Daniel Maxwell and an ignition for John Gilbert put them out of the race. And a lot of cars are going to go home. A lot of beautiful throwbacks were wrecked today, including Jack Newman, your Polster. Would have expected more out of him, and an engine problem for Tyler Silsman put him out early on as well. Here are the point standings, though, and you see Jay Durrell has only increased his points lead over Jay Barker. Aaron Lukes keeps gnawing away at the points lead, though. He is 39 points back now. And the two-time winner, Brian Boone, sitting in 4th. There is the cut line, though, and both DW Motorsports cars, despite Daniel Maxwell blowing up, are still inside the top 20 now. You see Eric Willis, Nicholas Mudio in, Zach Cars, and Brian Lenning out. Anyways, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning in to Throwback Weekend, but we'll see you next time at Kansas, where we continue our chase run.